Tonight, from San Antonio, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Antonio Express taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the San Antonio Express. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
Now the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefest ones we've ever had.
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Yep.
Not happy, really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug. On 2nd and 9, Murray being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Shotgun now from Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 13. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone.
Where y'all at?
Back onto the field comes this offense.
Man, y'all need to hurry up, man. The damn food's gonna be cold by the time y'all get here.
And oftentimes that first drive is a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
What's up, guys? It's me. I wanted to come in here with a little transparency talk and a little rant. So I did a search in Amazon for CBD oil, and this was the most recommended product on Amazon for CBD oil. The thing is that this has 0 CBD in here, and what it does have is it has deceptive marketing because it says it has 25,000 milligram hemp oil maximum strength drops for pain relief. This is a hemp oil from hemp seeds, meaning that there is 0 CBD. They do not have CBD in here, so they're trying to market you by saying there's 25,000 milligrams as an extra strength to save you some money. But guess what? There's no motherfucking CBD!
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On a slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the 32.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 23 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On play action, they'll throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second
and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. We're scoreless after 1.
first quarter with no score.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Makes the score Express 3. 49ers nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And Francisco gets set to go here. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen them punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense really floated around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down. Run goes backwards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes San Antonio. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Lamani
has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 44-yard line.
On the option, it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Finding its legs now. Here's a field. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another San Antonio first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. That's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, they're going option left. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tried to get it that time to James Prochet. And it's 3rd and short.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Dancing to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Mostert. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
From the gun, Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
49ers nothing.
It's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone and bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best? Yeah, I'll say it. It's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns, as that promises.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Ryan Suckup,
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Demario Davis there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st down.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
He's taken down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. On the ground, it's Chubb. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray caught left side, Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Shotgun now for Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now this time, Murray to throw it. Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And, again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Chubb, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And it's
They'll set up to throw, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 54. Check. 54.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Murray going to look to run, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Second and 12. Operating from the gun, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Intended for Raheem Mostert.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Brings up third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Fitzgerald's got it right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That completion helped.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to get this out to the 25.
over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They run. Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Chubb. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
In overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for San Francisco, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jackson throwing here, complete to Boyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Midfield at the 48.
Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
That's good for another Baltimore Ravens.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them. And also, it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game. Hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
The pass.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second and short now following the fumble. Here's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Steelers.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle.
Roethlisberger.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now it's Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
In the first quarter with the score, Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Try to run for it with Snell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Loss of 8 yards.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. trying to get it with Snell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
To the running back.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, the Steelers called on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Steelers 3.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked off by Casey Hayward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
First and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a game.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And hitting Juju on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ben to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Ravens 7, Steelers 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, that was dangerous.
Jackson
threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Final play of the half, it's Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll kick things off with the twice-yearly battle for Ohio. This one has Cleveland making the trip south to Cincinnati. And it's the Browns who have
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Throwing is Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Deron Payne just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a draw play for Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Sides of blitzing during a run. Get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the 9, 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
For Juju Smith-Schuster. Marcus Peters on the
throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
For the field goal, a 26-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
Steelers 9, Ravens 7.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals are great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the lead is up to 5. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there.
Schuster. A gain of 17 yards. But it's third.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens will take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Dobbins, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
On 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Jackson on the keeper. LaMarcus Joyner on the tackle. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Back now in Baltimore as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
Steelers 9.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39.
The Steelers take over.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Ebron with it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He shakes him off. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And Big Ben breaks the tackle, gets outside, and makes another play, huh? We've seen this from him plenty of times. It's not the first 3 seconds of a play for him.
It's the next 3.
That's when the big plays occur.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about in the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack and a first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
It's good. That ties the game at 17.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 40.
And now here come the Ravens. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Going deep here for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
On the coverage.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
17.
He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Today,
going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming